What's crackalackin, folks? Welcome back to Factorio. It wasn't long. It took a little lunch break, but now I am back. As you see, I already plopped down the blueprint for making the second copper smelting array. We pretty much take what we had here and just put it... I need another gas furnace, I just realized. Glad I can make one. And we just plop it again to the side. We can squeeze through here. And the stone can be moved over to here as well. Yeah, let's put a splitter there, because why not? Oh, we're out of simple circuit boards again. That stuff's expensive. Especially these ones here. They cost like 20 simple circuit boards a pop to make, I think. So no easy feat. Okay, I'm done with these. Off by one. Great. I can't make these because I need a log. Well, lucky for me, there's some trees around to make the remaining 4. I think I'm missing more, but oh well. Now we put automated screeners down. We put the miners down, which is the most important thing to get this kick-started. Yeah, we're missing all... Do I have copper plates? I have tons of copper plates, so I just missed the logs to craft more power poles. So let's do that. Deforestation. We don't like these trees anyway. too lush of an area to live in. Hey Cam, how's it going? Why does my thing say chat is disabled for this live stream? It is clearly not. There we go, live chat. No saving the trees. What do you mean? Saving the power poles, that's all that matters. All right, all of these also need power poles still. What is this one from? I think we just copied it over by accident. Wow, rude. Booing me. That was what made me leave, you know. If you want me to leave, you can boo again. Put another one here. And once we have the power poles, this should all start working. We have 6 mining drills we can put down here. All right, fine, I'm staying for now. Glad you're enjoying the streams. Glad to hear that. I hope they're educational as well and you learn something about Factorio, the game we all love. Now you can put it down. Oh, we're still working on the last one. For a W, very nice. Glad to hear it. Hey, Yura. Congrats on beating the boss. Not educational to your tiny brain? You'll get to it, don't worry. Did I put the second fish thing down? Yep, is it working? Looks like it. Perfect, and we get to slaughtering fish now. So the only thing we're missing is Duralumin. We actually got a bit of Duralumin, so Duralumin should now be cranking with all the aluminum it has. Yeah, it's going. It has no gasoline, that is the biggest issue, but it's still going. It's barely holding on. Yeah, it's barely holding on. The gasoline is barely enough. Yeah, congrats on getting 11 out of your 12 done. I mean, looks like your next week's going to be pretty chill and you can full steam learn Factorio. Yeah, you already went through the process of learning Factorio a bit. We've played a bit before. All right. Pipe. We got, how far did we get? I forgot how far we got. And I need to get the simple circuit boards. No way around it. Yeah. Can never learn enough Factorio. Like, I watched the videos of Simon Plays, who popped into chat the last few evenings. And yeah, he's really good at building these and managing the different sides of the belt. So I totally did learn a lot from that, from watching these. Like, I'm no master by any means. So yeah, I still learn a lot every time I watch someone play. Good, that's all of them. Power poles, splitters. More power poles. There we go, and now the right ones, please. All right, that should be enough. All of them powered. That should be a full lane of copper coming in. And yeah, our power is not happy, but you know, we're barely holding on. You need a third coffee? Oh, I wish I had a third Red Bull. Really do. And I need a burner, and I'm missing titanium for that. So let's fix that. We already having... No, it's still the same amount of copper. But double the copper should help us. I'm always tempted to make triple the copper, because we have the mining space. What was it missing? Titanium. It's somewhere here. Here's titanium. One burner incoming. There's our copper. I'm tempted to triple it. Do we have the space for that? I guess we can squeeze it sideways. All of this is working now. You're missing gas, right? We connected to gasoline as well. Our gasoline supply is not very healthy. But as long as it's barely enough, it's that's good enough for me. There we go. Why is this stopping from time to time? I guess because it's, yeah, we don't produce it fast enough to fully utilize that one. And yeah, these are struggling because of energy, but it's fine. We doubled our copper output, and then I think we do it another time. To this site, maybe? What is this? This is niobium. Yeah, we can put it down this way. Let's put down what we can. We don't have splitters. Of course we don't. Why are we out of splitters, potentially? We... probably iron. Alright, let's put everything down we can. Belts and everything. Power poles. Let's make these 6 remaining power poles that we can have from cutting down these trees. We need a few inserters as well. So I need 4 more. And we are low on iron. Yeah, we do that once we're completely empty, and then we craft everything we need. Let's get rid of all of this. Can we craft anything right now? We can craft 1 gas furnace. That's good. And then I think we just take these miners, go downward. 6 of them or 7 of them. We need inserters as well. Cut this down as well. No, I turned them off. I don't play with spiders. Because they don't add anything to the game for me, and Pyanodons isn't balanced around biters. So I'm like, you know, why bother? It's not worth it. Doesn't add to my enjoyment, and yeah, it's just a lot of work and annoyance. Like, once you should play with them when you begin, but once you know what to do with them, it becomes, for me at least, a bit of annoyance instead of fun. Like, Gleba biters are pretty cool, like the ones from the DLC. So I played the DLC with biters again, and it was totally worth it. But yeah, also at some point it gets boring. Right, almost, well, because the power limitations, that's why it's going on. Yeah, we're now almost always in the brownout. That's not good. But we're about to fix this soon. Good. So what was the other deconstruction planner Simon had? Which was ghosts, I think. All ghosts. And tile ghosts, I guess. And that tells me what's missing here. So we need 1 splitter, 4 inserters, 5 jaw crushers, 9 scanning things, and 45 plants. That's a really good idea to have that. Because I haven't even thought about that. to have a deconstruction planner for ghosts, which pretty much tells you what you're missing. So that's great. Good. Let's grab our iron and small parts and everything we need to build all these things. Do we still have air core inductors? No. So let's steal a few of these. And we probably need a ton of steel. And we still have aluminum, so that's good. Steal that and a bunch of this. So we need 9 screeners. We can't make anything because we're out of... well, those are too many. We don't need undergrounds. We can't make anything because we're probably out of iron. It would be correct to assume that. No, that's ceramic. Where's iron? Iron's here. It's also a full belt now. It always is shocking that we have a completely full belt of iron now at all times. All right, so we can make 4 of them, and we're out of simple circuit boards already. And that's a problem because we don't have any more. We have them on the belt, so I have to steal them off the belt. I don't think we made much in the meantime. How many did we make? We made 48. That's not bad. That's 1 more. But I think I need to steal a bit more from the belt. Where are they? Here they start bunching up. Let's steal them. We have like, 400 or like 300 is good. Yeah, there we go. That should last us a while. More iron as usual. Were we missing iron? Yeah, iron. Is that iron? No. Where's our iron? Is this iron? This is iron. No, that is titanium. Well, I have titanium for ages now. This is iron. And then we need 5 chalk rushes, if I remember correctly. And we need even more. There we go. We're iron poor again, so we double copper, but I think we want to triple it. Just to be sure. And we need electric mining drills, and we need 4 of these. And we need a few more. Out of small parts as well. And here we go. Let's make 7. And go back down here and get the... Like, I like that all of our tin, lead, and iron belts and everything are full. Solder is still, like, a bit slow. If we could upgrade those 2, that would be great. Can the inserters keep up with that? We might need fast inserters as well. Yeah, we need fast or more inserters. There we go, doubled our solder production. Very nice. And now back to the copper. The 3rd installment of our copper series. Why are you not working? Oh, full of stone. Yeah, we never connected those 2. We don't have splitters. We need a few splitters. Oh, they're gonna take a while. Okay. Yeah, we need to put down the burner for the rest of the stone. And stone goes here. And we have nothing yet? We should have these, yeah. There we go. Screeners are a go. And we're gonna go down this time. Cut down these. Convert them into power poles. Yeah, we have a few now. Good, now power in general, connecting it to the whole network. You have power now, very good. Now we have to wait for the crafting to finish because it's a while. In the meantime, we can look at the coal. I think we're gonna use this patch next, and we use electric mining drills to do that. And do we have a radar? We can make a radar, so let's go up there. Bring power with us because we need power up there. I already crafted a bunch of boilers and stuff like that. Where is it? About here. We can go up. And stop putting down belt that we don't need. Please, robots. We're out of... When are we not out of stuff? That is the big question. Yeah, up to the rock hole we go. Scout out the location, so to say. Oh, it's in the middle of a big forest. That's great. But to the right side, it looks like there's no trees. So we're gonna go there. Actually, go below. We go over here. Under the coal. There we go. So that's a bunch of raw coal just waiting for us. Oh, it's a huge field. That's great to see. Do we just try to... We did deconstruct like the bottom here. And that gives us a bunch of logs. Actually, let's leave the stones in here because we might need them for crafting. The rest, on the other hand, can go. It's all just garbage. And in the garbage can, it goes. Quick sip for the voice. Let's empty this bottom out. We only need like 4 electric mining drills to saturate a belt, I think, or maybe 6. So it should be fairly compact down here. The mining operation, at least. And then we build... I think this top one is the best blueprint because it returns the ash, or the coal dust back to itself, so it's used again. So let's make that our blueprint. We'll make a blueprint of exactly what we're going to do with it when we have it exactly set up with the burner in a second. So let's do 2, 2, and all of these. All of these use filters, and we say coal dust. Coal dust comes here and is fed into the source here again with priority for the right side for the coal dust, so we use less coal, and we also get rid of the side product, which is what we want. And then all the other output we burn. Say everything that is not coal dust. And make that a long-handed inserter. And one sets it in the inside, not that it matters much. That one goes to the burner. And we'll have to see how many burners we need. We need these inserters as well. Let's craft all 20. Let's put down what we can. We should be able to put all of these down. Oh, they were all used in the crafting. I see. Let's make these 3. And we need, let's do 2 deep water wells. We probably can centralize the water well. And just do this. How far does that reach? Yeah, it may reach to the next one. This one isn't required. So I think this is a good setup. So we actually get around to crafting some of these. Perfect. If you wait for the splitter and the power poles, we can complete a bunch already up here. I think these should all go fairly fast. We got the mining drills. How's the copper looking, the second one? It's still blocked by stone, right? We need the splitter here. And then the burner behind here. Or we just go through and burn it. And we should... Ideally, we balance it beforehand, but there's not really much space. So I think what we do... Does a 1x1 balancer fit in here? Yeah, we could barely fit a 1x1 balancer here. So let's maybe do that as well. Now, power poles. Let's put down all the power poles. Let's connect these here, and let's make the main connection to power be on this side. Actually, we do that after we copy and paste it. But that's where the main connection to power will be. And yeah, I'm not going to set up the miners yet because none of this is set up yet. Like the power poles aren't even set up yet. So we should put those down while we walk back. Can we even craft more? We can craft more. We should. We need all of them. Down there, we need a bunch of them as well. Here, we need a ton of power poles, so might as well put them down or craft them now while we have time and we're walking back to the other side, the other site of construction, so to say. We out of power poles? No, not quite yet. So the Nanobots should take care of that while we walk by. We put all of the ones we have down. They're a bit slow still. I think Nanobot speed improvements come later. They're still going to be viable and valuable for a long time because the normal robots, even if a personal Roboport, they're so slow. It is crazy in the beginning. All right, back onto the highway. Feels much better. Now on back to the copper. And the first important thing is the splitter and then the burner. So the second one can continue. And we said we wanted to do a 1x1 splitter here, right? So let's do that. And squeeze that one in here. Something like this. And then we downgrade this twice. So the robots can place it. And then we do this. We say the output priority is left. So we want them, actually not like this, like this. So we want them to go out and improve the stone belt, but otherwise we're gonna, okay, yeah, otherwise we're gonna just get rid of it. And you have no power, that's why, because I just disconnected it. All right, now you're working again. You're empty. You're going pipe to ground. This might be the voiding line. Whoops. But, you know, that's fine. As long as we get rid of it. Yeah, exactly. That, for me at least, the challenge is the designs, and I'm having fun with doing the designs. The biters just would be a nuisance for me. That's why I play without them, but it's completely fair to play with them. Like, Bold Viking played with the biters and he did really well. So you can do it. I just choose to not do it. Because I'm fine with that. Okay, we can't even craft these because we have no iron. How do we fuel it? What do we have around us? Do we have coke around us? Not really. Okay, we need that goes back as far as it can. We need a splitter. Import priority is left, and we put all our ash on here. And then we need a fuel source that we have to look for. Do we have coke coming through here anywhere? If not, we grab it from the bus. I guess we grab it from the bus. Briscoe, how you doing? You show me work? Yuck. I don't want to see work. Oh, we do have belts. Oh, look at that. We can remove this, I assume. Yep. How's it going, Crisco? How was your stream? I saw you were streaming earlier. On the Twitches. What were you playing? Monster Hunter because of the new title update? You weren't? Really? Thought I got a notification that you were streaming. On Thursday? That's too long ago. I can't remember that. We can just take this rock hole belt, which is probably abandoned by now. We can take the coal belt that isn't really used much anyway. But where's my coke belt? That's my question. Oh, we're out of it? That could be it. It never makes it back here again because everything is used for iron. That could indeed be it. Does that reach? It reaches. Then aluminium. Oh no, I'm gonna have aluminium in my inventory, which I need all the time anyway. So we use coal to fire the burner, and we just hope we only need one, but I'm assuming we need more. Can we craft more? We need more iron. When do we not need more iron? That is my question. There's iron. Let's make 2 more burners. And grab a bunch of that. How are inserters looking? Inserters are looking empty. We grab a bunch more inserters. We need them for up there anyway. Normal pipes look non-existent. This one, belts, we can grab like a few. And there we go. Back town to the copper we go. Oh, someone hacked your stream key? Okay. It was me, don't tell anyone. There we go, and everything is still stuck with stone. Not as badly, but yeah, still stuck. So there we go. We should have inserters now again. And you should have your fuel. There we go. And we put 2 more of you down. There we go. And then you can get input, and then we throw out the ash in a long inserter. That goes here as well. Well, that is inconvenient. You all insert on the inside then. So this gets processed promptly. Let's see if it's enough. It hopefully is enough. So one of these is enough to void the stone of one, and then these 3 burners hopefully are enough to void the stone of the remaining 2. It has been improving, but this one isn't operational yet. So did we get out chalk crushers? We did get out chalk crushers. And you need your gasoline, which again is still in very high demand. So we'll see how that works out. So far, we barely have enough gasoline to supply everything. But not to store, like, anything of it. Light oil is out too. Pitch, we could use pitch, but we need so much of it. Let's just do this. There we go. Gasoline. Now we just need a few splitters and then actually bring in... Did we not craft these last 3? We can craft 2. Now we're out of copper. Interesting. I didn't want you to do that. Six should get us to 15 a second, right? No, 13.2, so we need another one. So we need 7. Let's make it 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's make it 8 as well over there. There we go, that should be a full belt. Then we need to craft some screeners. One more screener, and we need small parts for that. Oh yeah, inserters, very important. This one too. And then we should be making 3 times the copper as we did before. Very nice. The stone seems to be flowing again. Very good. We'll see how bad it gets when we have full power again. Well, we're getting better. The electrolyzers kick in here and there and make it worse. The electronic arc furnaces are slowing down now because we have enough aluminium. So that's good. But now we still want to fix our electricity situation and go up there and build a few more power plants. We need stones for that. Do we have stone in here? Nope. We were just down there. I could have just picked up a bunch of stone. So we need one more screener anyway, which is here. Oh, we have a bunch of stone, so that's fine. We have 12 boilers and another... We need a bunch of steam engines, though. And what else will we need up there? Let's bring copper just in case. Yeah, we were lacking copper and we were down at the copper place. Yeah, brain. That was excellent of you to not make that connection. All right, we have a bunch of copper again. We don't need the ore. Is there a dumping chest here somewhere? Well, we just make a new one. Nope, we don't need sap. We don't need a little bit of coal, wood. What else is trash in here? Sap, gravel, coke, ash, iron ore, raw coal. I'm glad I have these additional 2 rows. It is a nice addition of space. We don't need the copper zinc battery. Keep the intermetallics, of course. The rest is fine. All right. Let's go back down and finish our copper build. Look at it for a second if everything's going fine. Do we have radar coverage of everything? Yeah, looks like it. So if everything's fine, and that looks much better. Look at that, almost a full belt. So that is improving. Certainly. Just need to add that one more screener. I have the feeling we don't keep up because of the power. It's not big spikes, but it drags it quite down quite a bit. So we'll be fine. We'll add more power now. More reliable power. Not that the geothermal plants aren't reliable, are more than all of our other power plants aren't reliable. So we just make reliable ones right from raw coal. We have miners. We need 8 per. So we need 10, 16 for 2 of these. That's only 40 megawatts, but it should give us a little bit of leeway. And let's get some asphalt and walk a bit faster. That should be a bunch. Why is there ash here? Right, you... Oh, no, we want ash here. I thought of that. Cool. Duralumin is working again. It's out of gasoline. That is really the biggest issue right now, that we're out of fuel. We need to work on that later. More gasoline or switch to acetylene for furnaces. How's acetylene looking? That's the next question, because we use all the coke. Here's acetylene, and it's working. It's full on slaked lime. Again. Oh, this is not a pass-through. That is the issue. That this doesn't pass through to the other side, because this one is full, and yeah, this one is at 80. So we have to fix that as well and add another overflow valve there. Make a marker there. Fix slaked lime. If we can, just craft the 2 that ones, and we're out of iron again. Let's grab some more iron. But we do that on the way up there, because we're on the main bus anyway. Yeah, controlling character is hard. Alright, we have a bunch of iron again. Very good. Now, about here, we started going up, so let's grab our asphalt. Make it a little bigger. And we go fast. Oh my god, trees, get out of my way. So annoying. There we go, much better. Let's assemble this. And we should have all the inserters as well. Perfect. So that is sadly only 20 megawatts. So we have to put down a few of these. Where are my miners? Here. I like how there's moss over the ore. Is that our blueprint? I think that's what we use. We don't need these two. We connect these. All right, very good. It's our second set of miners. So that's 40 megawatts that we can most likely immediately create. Do I have better power poles? Nope. Should have brought the better power poles. Oh, that should cover everything. All right, put these down. And connect them. All right, this one isn't connected, so we do this. And all of them are working. Well, except one. There we go. Hopefully more power. We need 2 more solid separators, which we can build. Do we have burners? We don't have them. Let's do 2 burners for this here. And we just use the raw coal to operate the burners. Oh, wrong belt. Whoops. And here as well. It's gonna clean up an entire belt here. All that raw coal in my inventory, yay! And the ash. But hopefully we can dump that back into these. And the last one goes here. Perfect. There we go. So we need a bunch of more of these. 8 more of the yellow inserters. We can make none because we're out of duralumin. Interesting. Oh, I don't have miners either. I can make miners. We're gonna have 1 miner just dedicated for the burners. I'm gonna have 2 burners. And they feed in here. They output the ash over here. And with the splitter, if priority input right, we're gonna make sure that these are inserted first. Now we want them to be on the inside, so we need to actually tell them to insert on the inside. There we go. Now this is all that we're gonna burn. These already had solid separators, very nice. And let's get rid of all these trees around here. And rocks. Poor nanobots. Good. Another set of these. And that one for the burners. And then can we craft, how many do we need of these? 9 and 6. 6. All right. How's power looking? Much more stable, but also it still says we have 430, even though when we're under pressure, there's no 430 to be found. So we're more realistically around like 240 now, 260 with all of these running and chugging along. You have no power, you know, that is unfortunate. Oh, and we're missing duralumin, so let's go grab some duralumin. Now you're able to burn. Very good. So there should be plenty to get rid of everything we have coming in here. Perfect. And I still have asphalt. Now let's run back real quick and get some more duralumin. Where's the duralumin? To the left. Let's do 100 for now. The circuit boards, we still have 140, so that's good. Get out of my way, trees. Very rude of you. And all right, copper and coal done. We need another 6 electric mining drills. Perfect. Oh, and we need a bunch of inserters, which we don't have. All right, that's fine. Inserters and pipes. Shouldn't we have these? We need 3 more. We're missing iron. All right. So we need a ton of inserters and 3 boilers. No problemo. We can grab the iron from here. Stop. It's ceramic. I always confuse it with iron. Copper's still looking good, so we need 3 more boilers. Let's do 10 more. I think we need 9 more of these. And we need mechanical inserters, so we steal those from the front. Also get some more belts. In our big factory. It's getting larger and larger by the minute. Air conductors, we could steal like 100 small parts. We could steal all of them. How's underground? Let's fill that up. We can use all of these, all of these. Not all, but a good chunk of these. Undergrounds we fill up. All right, and back we go. I think that's all we have to build up there for now. And that should stabilize our power a bit. That's 60 megawatts more of stable power. That should catch everything the aluminium and the iron needs in bursts. They're rarely going to run full tilt all the time, so we might still have moment-to-moment brownouts, but overall it should be fine. And I like that setup with us just burning the soot and the iron oxide. Put these miners down. Then we have 2 more. Let's make 2 more. There we go. Let's put the inserters down. There we go. Right, you say that you have no power. Because this one's not connected. There we go. Everything should have power now. And yeah, the coal dust is so minimal. It intermixes a little bit, but overall it is still very little. We insert on both sides and they prefer to grab from the inside, so we should actually only insert on the outside, because that's the top side here. Yeah, offset. And then last offset should be the same. Very good. Right, all of them running. These are still missing some 4 of the yellow inserters. And 2 normal ones. And now they should be processing all the ash that's coming in easily. All right, power. 460 it says, so we're about probably 260. We're very stable on 200 now. So even with these like flare-ups of the electrolyzers, I mean, these are swings of like 50 megawatts, but right now we're at 250 and we're stable. So that really made a difference. Good, and it's easy to expand. We can just pop another one up there and get another 20 megawatts. And the copper, let's check on the copper. How's copper running? Copper is blocked because... Oh, we're full on copper. That's perfect. Let me check if we're actually full on copper. Who was struggling with copper? I think it was you. Yep, you're full on copper. Now you're missing Formica because you're just too slow. But that still means we should be producing a good amount of simple circuit boards now. Yeah, we could improve the speed of the Formica by adding another pulp mill, which might be worth doing. Let's do that. Can we make another pulp mill? We can make another pulp mill. So let's go there. Make double the Formica production. I don't know if all the dependencies can handle it, but you know, if they can, great. If they can't, that's fine. Space for future scaling. How are the Rauks looking? We have way too much formic acid. This is a good problem to have, I assume. Another pulp mill here. Good. And then only one output, and you need a bit of electricity. And then you need also the formic acid. Oh my god, let's remove these. These are awful. Thank you, much better. Now you have formic acid as well, and we're actually short on raw fiber. We need more of these. We have one in our inventory, perfect. And I'll get you power. There we go. More raw fiber. Was raw fiber really what's holding us back? Let's see. These need 1 raw fiber per second. These 3 provide 0.6. So we need a few more. How are these called? Wood processing units. So... where are the wood processing units? They're in here, so we need 3 more. Let's remove all the trees here, so we can see. Yeah, it is automation of the basic circuits. We all start somewhere, and right now that is my lot to do the basic circuit automation. All right, we need 2 more of these. Oh no, I'm already crafting them. Perfect. Almost ready. Yeah, I started with 1 building per... like 1 per building, and now I'm scaling up to actually better ratios and stuff like that. Yeah, I enjoy like the whole chains here, and like, yeah, I usually start with like 1 building per, and then when we have greater than 0 of something, I'm like, okay, let's scale it up a bit now. There we go, and that should be 1.2. Perfect. All right. That is a longer thing, mechanical parts. Yeah, acetylene. I don't know if acetylene is a good fix because, I mean, these are still running, so that's good. Copper is full, which is good. Yeah, these were burning fast enough, it seems. So now we need to fix slaked lime down there with the acetylene, so we can actually produce peak acetylene, because right now we're blocked by 1 overflow valve. Speaking of, we can just craft 2 overflow valves. We're just blocked by a simple, this building doesn't pass through liquids limitation that I didn't think of. Just put these there, that should start working again. Yeah, you're actually short on calcium carbide. Are you generally short, or is it just because you were blocked? I think it was just because you're blocked, right? Yeah, just because you were blocked. And then same here, these should get an overflow valve. And yeah, this one's blocked because it produced too much lime. Which is funny, because... even though this has impropriety, Oh, because it's on the wrong side. Why do you have gravel? You put it on this side, that should help to prioritize it. And same here, you put it on this side. Oh, and we need a filter to use lime. Because we also have gravel. That is very, very correct. So many small mistakes that I made. And let's remove the gravel here. There we go. One of these wasn't even working because of the gravel. Do we have gravel issues here? Nope, we were lucky here. So we can remove the fixed slaked lime. Yeah, absolutely. You have to keep track of a lot of things, and sometimes I'm like, oh, whoops, that didn't work as I expected, or I still have to learn a lot about Factorio. Like sometimes I don't look at specific things. Like with the fishes, for example, I missed that the wastewater is passed through. So I built it on the side, even though I could have just stacked them and have the wastewater be passed through and things like that. But, you know, they happen. You live, you learn. Are we actually making this now? We still don't have duralumin, which is crazy. Even though this smelter should be running non-stop, right? Yeah, it's cranking out duralumin like crazy. It has 0.1, 0.0. We're like barely making enough gasoline. Like we have absolutely nothing left in the tank. We're just literally producing exactly what we need. We have, you know, 500 gasoline that's hanging around here, and that's pretty much it. We use 14 per second, and we produce how much? We produce 25 per second. So the gas furnaces and stuff like that are doing the remainder. These aren't running because we're short on anthracene oil. You're not running because we're short on pitch. We actually ran out of pitch. We went through 800,000 of pitch. So I guess that's good. We could scale our tar production, but right now everything is holding on and barely working. Let's put it that way. We could put another one down here, but I don't know how much more tar. So these do 20 per second. So we use 40 per second, and how much tar do we produce? 150 tar per second. So we could scale this up easily. Maybe that's something we should do. We should put another one of these down here, or two. To scale this up. Can we make tar processing units? Yep. Let's do that right away. Because otherwise all the tar is just getting wasted. Let's make it all of them, all of the ones we can build. Now, I don't know if some of the side products are now gonna get stuck, but we'll see as time goes on. All right, pitch is here. This one. Now we need tar input and steam. Oh, we need more steam. That's the other thing. Right. And then tar we make here. And you need 20 steam each. We can try the oil burners this time. You don't have electricity. That's fine. We can fix this easily. So what could we burn? How much fuel value does this have? 200 kilojoules, 100 kilojoules. Creosote doesn't burn, sadly. Anthracene. has a fuel value, but it's too valuable. Yeah, it would be nice if creosote would burn. We still have a decent amount of coke here, and we have a decent amount of raw coal here. Question is, do we have raw coal here? Yeah, this raw coal here is going fine. So we need 6 of these. Let's make 6 burners. Where's this going? Nowhere. So we're gonna use that here. Perfect. I think we only need 6. Cannot reach. And then we route this to down here. There we go. Now ash. What we do with all this ash? We have an ash belt here. We're just gonna merge it in here and hope that's fine. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. We copy the inside-outside inserting settings over there. Now also we use a splitter up there instead of that very basic tar being a ghost. Yeah, in the beginning the problem was I used too much tar because I used fired the furnaces with it. And now it's like, okay, we can use way more tar because we're not firing the furnaces with it. We use gasoline, but we need more tar to make more gasoline. So, all right, that's a lot of ash, but fingers crossed we can handle it. We'll see if everything breaks otherwise. All right. At least we're making gasoline again. It is filling up a little bit, so that's good. And yeah, that was that. We got a lot done. Now we can work on actually producing more new stuff again. And we still haven't gotten to the first locomotive. I'm not gonna manually insert duralumin. I'll just let it naturally happen. We can't do anything with them anyway. So, rubber. Let's take a look at rubber. More gasoline, kinda done. How do we make this fancy rubber? Latex, carbon black, and polybutadiene. So we have latex. Carbon black comes from anthracene and vacuum. So that's where our nice anthracene would go, which right now is going into gasoline, right? Yeah, anthracene goes into gasoline. Yeah, so I see so far rubber can be a pain. So anthracene we can make. Polybutadiene is titanium, aromatics, and water. How's our aromatics looking? Aromatics are looking very bad. Very bad. How do we make aromatics? We make aromatics from light oil, and light oil is looking dire as well. Yeah. Well, do we need rubber for anything going forward? We can do rubber stoppers, which we already do. Rubber into belt And then that's, yeah, we need it for mechanical parts, so we have to do it anyway. Well, rubber it is. 1 is greater than 0, I guess, approach will win here again. We're gonna make one machine that does some of the things, and then we scale it up later when we have to deal with it. That's a good point. Well, yeah. For now, I'm gonna do... Because we don't have aromatics to begin with, making polybutadiene is, you know, I can't scale it up right now anyway. We would have to potentially scale the entire tar processing here. And let's start with like 1 is greater than 0 kind of thing. Can we make all of rubber out down here? Can we squeeze that in? Where's latex? Latex is here. Yeah, I guess we'll start with 2 belts. 1 liquid bus item, and then 1. Are we already on the main bus here? No, we're all the way in the beginning. So we might as well go down the bottom and rejoin somewhere here, like we do it with the nickel. I don't know why I made this giant like loop here, but oh well. All right, so for rubber, we need carbon black, which is made in a reformer with anthracene and vacuum. So where's our reformer? We need steel. All right. So 1 reformer and 1 multi-purpose cracker, which we have here. So we can start with that one. Let's put that one. Let me squeeze it in here. What else do you need for polybutadiene? Titanium. We make titanium right here, right? That's titanium, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we have titanium right here, which is great. Spaghetti galore. So that's titanium and aromatics and water. Aromatics we get from here. And do we have water somewhere around here, or do I have to put down another one of these? I will if I have to. Cam. Yeah, that's how it goes. Oh, it produces steam? How much? 1,000 steam. That is actually great. Where's the next power pole, though? Up here. So that little bit of aromatics could save us a lot of steam input. Oh, it's 150. Yeah, you're right. So this one needs 250, right? Yeah. So void it is. Bye-bye. That sucks. It would have been too nice. It would have been so nice. But yeah. Joke's on me. You fit here. We can move that one down. Perfect. And then a pump. Well, let's see. What is does this tell me the use of steam? Agar, lignin. I mean, nothing we can use right now. Okay, clay would be useful, but nothing immediately useful for us right now. Later, I guess. Yeah, cooking gas oil into coke oven gas, stuff like that. But for now, seems like we're out of luck in terms of usefulness. Good, we have 200 polybutadiene, another 400, yay. And we are out of pipe. Can we spaghetti this up here? I think we may be able to. God damn it. There we go. This is connected, right? Yeah, polybutadiene. Tree is in the way, so we need to bring that all the way to the end of the bus. Yay. Let's go. Let's start our journey. Wow. And on we go. Cam, you still working, or you have a chill day today? All right, let's put a pump in here. Two more to go. But yeah, congrats on getting that first one done. Good job. Oh, okay. That's nice. Oh, those were all my nanobots as well. RIP. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, we're out of these as well, so let's grab some new ones. Oh yeah, I'm out of nanobots. That was the one thing I was out of as well. So let's grab a few new ones, new nano friends. Small parts we can use. We need you. We always need you. Like, they're used for everything. Let's take 50 belts, are fine-ish. We top up the undergrounds, and then back we go. Bring that to the end of the bus. Then I have to see how far I even have to go down. For the highest one. I don't have radar coverage here, so... Yeah, I think here's the highest one. Let's go all the way back. To the beginning! Oh, we were almost there. And if we're off by one, we can always just go up by one. We're probably not have to go back on the belt for something that is like gears or gearboxes and stuff like that. Let's go. All right. Craft the last power poles. Not the last. There we go. Yeah, I made some holes, but oh well. It's for the greater good. Almost at the end. Oh, that's fish oil, right? And there we go. I was like checking, like, is this a legit one? But it is. All right, we're done with that. I'm gonna take a quick break. Meanwhile, you can watch the fishies do their thing. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. And I'm back. Now we have the first ingredient done for rubber. polybutadiene. Then we need carbon black with the anthracene and vacuum in a reformer. Did we make the reformer yet? No. We need steel and iron, which we can get here. We don't have to wait. Where is the reformer even here? We have enough iron. Steal a bit more steel. And we can make one reformer. Whoops, where am I going? Let's go back down to where the anthracene oil is. And then have another long line go back to the bus. Actually, we were somewhere down here, right? No, it can't be. We were all the way in the beginning, yeah. Yeah, we wiggled through here somewhere. Now, anthracene oil. Yeah, we're short on aromatics. It's gonna hit our plastic production as well. But we can't really do more because light oil is low as well. Yeah, it's barely enough to be useful to that one DDC. And we make light oil from middle oil. This one's actually short on steam. Why are we short on steam now? Oh, burn result output full. Well, that explains it. Let's put a splitter here. Get rid of all this ash. And there we go. Good, should improve it again a little bit. Now, where do we have anthracene oil? Here's anthracene oil. So we will put something maybe here. We're not producing too much. So let's put the reformer here. How big is this thing? Ginormous. Make carbon black, we need a vacuum pump. Where'd it go? Here it is. Make a vacuum. And anthracene oil comes from here. Too long to connect. So where's the anthracene oil? Is this anthracene oil? Yep. Perfect. Now we just need power. I'm running out of power poles again. I don't have the good ones and I don't have the bad ones. There we go, carbon black. How much do you produce? 2 per second. It's pretty fast, so how can we snake this through here? Through here? Yeah, let's follow the antimony oxide for a bit. Okay, not like that. Let's try up here. That looks more promising. Squeeze through here. Almost. Cut down either of them. There we go, up here. Can't be bothered with the trees except single ones. Those don't hang. Those can't hang with us. Can't hang with the cool kids. No. Get out of here, you dead tree. How many belts do we have? Not enough. I can say that much for certain already. Nexalit is looking bad as well again. Because we don't have enough meat. So many trees in the way, Jesus. Chop, chop, chop. Oh my God. And then above here. Very good. Well, that is 2 core ingredients of rubber. We now have to see what we do with the latex, if we bring that onto the bus or if we make it again. That's the next big question now. I have to see how it's made. I forgot. I think is that... And yeah, we want to put that radar down here somewhere. So we can actually see the end of the bus. And it's somewhere here. Put it up there. No, no, don't do that. Oh, good. We don't have any belts anyway. There we go. Only have 15 left. Let's make all of these. All right, locomotive, still waiting for you. All right, where are the good power poles? Give me those. Done with these. There we go. Now radar should be working. There we go. Drag this all the way to the front. Now, with those 2 completed, what else do we need for rubber? Latex. Latex is made out of latex slab and steam. Latex. We have a good amount of latex, and that goes directly into the rubber stoppers. So we could easily just continue that up into the main bus. All right, let's do that. And if we make rubber stoppers with the new rubber, we'll just route it below the main bus, I think. We don't have any belts left, right? There we go. Almost. Landfill. All right, it's latex coming onto the bus. Soon TM. Let's grab more belt. And get that rubber finish today. What is rubber made in? High pressure furnace. All right, let's craft a high pressure furnace. And get all the belts. All the belts. Rest was still good, yep. Good. How far do we get with the belts? Perfect. Right to here. Yeah, it is a big factory for having burn assemblers. Yeah. You're right. Because even the blue assemblers are still burner assemblers. And the first automated ones, the first electric ones, I think need mechanical parts. So I'm working towards these now after rubber. Oh, they need rubber anyway. But yeah, we're working towards mechanical parts now. There we go. All right, quickly now. Let's put down our high pressure furnace. And you're gonna make rubber. Or are you not? Did I see wrong? That's the recipe we have. Oh, that's made in a heavy oil refinery. Oh, those are like massive, aren't they? Heavy oil refinery. We need a lot of iron. What's new? There we go. We actually had the small parts for it, which is nice. Huge thing. Rubber, I remember this now. So you need latex, carbon black. Which are the two things we just added to the belt. Where do you have the 2 skip after 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these 2 are off. Great. Oh well. It's my 3rd run. I played once with pyAE Life, and I got to Blue Science, and I played pyAE before, and I also got to Blue Science, and everything up to PyScience 2 at 15 per second. So no, it's not my first run. Not my first rodeo. But I never beat Pi before. And I don't know if I'm going to beat it now or this time, but I'm just enjoying myself a lot right now, so that's all I care for. Not necessarily, you know, beating Pi or something. All right, let's see if there's any carbon black even coming yet. It's stuck on a tree. God damn it. And while we're at it, we bring this down as well. Well, I played with one of my friends and we weren't like really playing fast, but this was about 1,300 hours took me for automating everything up to PyScience 15 a second. I think we're at a faster pace this time. We were messing around a lot last time, so I wouldn't say that's what you can expect from Pi to be at that pace. I mean, I still had fun. That was the whole thing. We were messing around with different train systems and stuff like that. So we had a ton of fun, but it's probably not the fastest you could get to it. Probably beating pyAE. I mean, if we continue at this pace, maybe we, by 1,300 hours, we beat the game. Hopefully, we'll see. We need to get the mechanical parts, and then to maybe one of the geothermal, one of the biomass power plants or something next. And then maybe get a train, finally, a locomotive. Because we've been waiting for it for like a couple hours now that the Duralumin finally arrives. And now we have tons of aluminum, so we should have it coming soon. Okay, where was this stuck one? Okay, it's where the Duralumin is. Nice. Overshot by a bit. But with the asphalt, it's not that long of a walk. Right, up we go. Where are you stuck at? Stupid tree. 2 trees. Let's just make sure everything goes smoothly. We have to wait for the carbon black to arrive anyway, because I want to see the first rubber today. The latex is arriving. Do we still have latex going? We should still have latex going to the rubber production. And that's still being properly working. Yeah. How are we looking science-wise? Bad. Okay, we're full on PyScience Pack 1. You're not working because you don't have small parts. How did Ash make it in here? Uh-oh. These aren't filtered. That's bad. How does ash from this one get out, though? It's a good point. So we need to filter out ash here. Okay, we gotta wait anyway for the carbon black, so let's fix that. Oh well. Forgot another thing. It will happen again. Thank God it's not as frequent that ash comes out here as a side product. Do output priority left filter ash. There we go. Hopefully that works and that fixes it. What had the ash problem? Science. Now science is working again. All right, coal power in 40 minutes, but that doesn't really mean anything because we need mechanical parts first. So let's see. Rubber, hopefully we can make a check mark in there in a second. Let's go to the heavy oil factory. We have a bunch of garbage in our inventory again. Just put a chest of shame here somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Latex, we put... Latex we're going to keep, we put back in the system. We put back into the machine that makes rubber. Raw coal we don't need, lead ore, wood. The rest is somewhat useful, even though better in the trash slots. There's latex. You take my 50 or 46. Yeah, these look, into metallics look sad. Why is Vitrolloy? Vitrolloy is missing also duralumin. Why is duralumin so slow? I guess it's just because it's one smelter. It's 0.25 per second. It's for a minute. No more. I mean, it's not slow. 1 every 4 seconds. And here we're just missing for carbon black, and that goes all the way up then again. Onto the belt, onto the main bus for rubber things. Oh, I have no undergrounds, really? Alright, let's grab undergrounds while we wait for the rubber. What else are we missing? Potentially belts. Yeah, undergrounds and belts. At least science is going again, now that I've found that issue. Sad that it came to that, but oh well. Gotta learn. All the belts, well, almost all the belts and all the undergrounds. And back we run. Whee! I'm glad I went for a run in the morning, because right now I wouldn't feel like going for a run anymore. So glad I got it done right at the beginning of the day. Can't do that on Wednesday, my morning is booked. So I don't know how streaming on Wednesday will be. Tomorrow I might stream during the day, but you know, potentially either a short early stream or a late stream. Yeah, first rubber at 61 hours. Very nice. Good. Well, let's see what the next steps are for mechanical parts. There we go. All right, mechanical parts. We know rubber is a part of it. We have brakes, we have gearboxes, we have shafts, we have rubber, small parts, and steel plates. Now, control panel needs batteries, which is bad. Utility box we can make. Now, let's look at batteries. Lead antimony alloy is lead plate and antimony oxide. We can make that. Melamine, sanic, and so that needs augs. Yeah. So we need augs for the next step from batteries. We have the rest, zinc acid. So augs is really oak. Augs is really the next thing. Biosample, we need cDNA for that, which sucks because we need laboratory instruments for that. And plasmids and retroviruses. Rock cocoon, it needs so much garbage. Plasmids, laboratory instrument, and Bacteria, retrovirus, virus, lab instrument. Yeah, we need to make equipment chassis. We need to make optical sets. Rubber. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. So I guess lab instrument is next on the list. Lab instrument and then augs. But rubber, done. Greater than 0. It's not going to be a lot of rubber we're making, but you know, it's more than 0, and that's a start. If we spend the next 10 hours doing something, we make you know, one every couple seconds, that's still a bunch of rubber. And we scale it later. But with that, I'm gonna end stream. We scaled out copper. We got more power down. Now power is much more stable now at like 260. It doesn't break in anymore. Even up to 300, it's pretty stable. So we're good on that. That was necessary. We have tons of copper again. We fixed some issues. We have molten aluminum. We have molten iron. So these are some shortcomings we fixed. And next up will be the path to augs, which will be an arduous one. I already see that with lab instruments and everything, but it's gonna be fun. So maybe see you tomorrow. And thank you for watching. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for chatting. And have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.